Retirement mistakes often begin with a decision that cannot easily be reversed. The house gets sold, the second car disappears, help to an adult child suddenly ends, and only later do you discover whether the new life actually works. The budget may improve while your daily life gets smaller. But you do not have to learn by making the permanent decision first. Before your last paycheck arrives, you can run a 90-day retirement test that exposes weak assumptions while you still have time to adjust them. Think of this as a rehearsal, not a prediction. Markets can surprise you, health can change, tax rules can move. Yet a rehearsal can reveal something a spreadsheet cannot. How you behave when work no longer organizes your week, which expenses are truly flexible, and which possessions or commitments quietly consume more money, time, and energy than you realized. Begin by choosing a realistic retirement income for the test. Use the amount you expect to have available from Social Security, a pension, withdrawals, part-time work, or whatever combination applies to you. Do not actually claim benefits or withdraw retirement money just for this exercise. Simply route your normal pay into savings and allow yourself to spend only the test amount for 90 days. Keep insurance, debt payments, medical care, and emergency reserves intact. This is not a deprivation challenge. You are trying to observe a normal retirement life, not prove how little you can survive on. If the test budget fails in the first month, that is useful information. It may mean the retirement date, spending plan, income sources, or housing choice needs another look. Finding that out while you still receive a paycheck is far less painful than finding it out afterward. Record every expense in 3 groups. The first group keeps life running, including housing, food, insurance, transportation, taxes, and healthcare. The second group makes life enjoyable, including travel, hobbies, meals out, gifts, and time with family. The third group is easy to miss. The cost of maintaining a life you may no longer want. Storage units, club memberships you rarely use, extra vehicles, unused rooms, subscriptions, repairs, and open-ended financial commitments can sit there for years because nobody has asked them to justify themselves. The purpose is not to attack the third group. It is to make each item answer 2 questions. Does this still serve the life I plan to live? And is it worth its full cost, including my time and attention? That second question changes the conversation. A possession can be affordable in dollars and still be expensive in weekends. Worry, maintenance, or space. Housing is the best place to see this difference. A large home may feel paid for because the mortgage is gone, but property taxes, insurance, utilities, repairs, yard work, cleaning, and the physical effort of maintaining it continue. Selling immediately would tell you nothing about whether you actually enjoy a smaller home or a different location. So test the idea before listing the property. For 1 month, live mainly in the portion of the house you would have in a smaller home. Close off the rooms you rarely use. Track every hour and dollar spent on upkeep. Spend several ordinary weekdays in the town or neighborhood you are considering, not just a pleasant weekend. Try the grocery store, the medical drive, the traffic, the weather, and the distance from people who matter. A lower housing cost is valuable, but a cheap home that isolates you can create a different kind of expense. If downsizing still makes sense after the test, pause before acting. A main home sale can qualify for a federal capital gains exclusion when IRS requirements are met. But not every gain is excluded, and individual circumstances matter. A taxable gain can also affect modified adjusted gross income. Medicare generally uses tax information from 2 years earlier when it determines income-related premium adjustments. That does not mean you should avoid selling. It means the tax year, the expected gain, and the Medicare consequences deserve a qualified review before you sign a contract. Transportation needs the same treatment. Selling a second vehicle can remove insurance, registration, maintenance, and depreciation. But selling a reliable, paid-off car and later replacing it with an expensive new one can erase the benefit. Run a 1-car household for 30 days if that is practical. Put the second set of keys away, coordinate appointments, test public transportation, price ride services, and notice who loses freedom when schedules collide. At the end of the month, compare the full cost with the inconvenience. You may decide the second car is unnecessary. You may decide it is a reasonable price for independence. Either conclusion is better than copying a rule from somebody else's retirement. The test gives you evidence from your own life. The hardest category may not be a house or a car. It may be the support you give other people. Many parents approaching retirement help adult children with rent, phone bills, insurance, college costs, or repeated emergencies. Generosity matters. So does a boundary that protects both generations. During the 90 days, replace open-ended help with a defined amount and a defined purpose. Tell your family early, calmly, and without blame. A boundary might mean paying one specific bill for 6 more months, contributing a fixed amount to education, or helping with a genuine emergency but not routine overspending. The goal is not to withdraw love. It is to stop making a retirement plan that depends on everyone else needing less next month. This test can feel uncomfortable because it reveals whether your retirement is carrying 2 households instead of 1. Yet the conversation is kinder before a crisis than during one. If the support must continue, put it in the plan honestly. If it cannot continue, give people time to adapt. If you value retirement guidance that is practical, calm, and free of panic, subscribe to Smart Money. The goal is to help you make fewer expensive decisions and more deliberate ones. Now move from money to time, because this is where an otherwise solid retirement plan can fail. Work provides a calendar, social contact, status, and a reason to be somewhere on Tuesday morning. Removing the paycheck also removes that structure. A retirement budget can balance perfectly while the week feels empty. Use several vacation days during the test, but do not treat them like a holiday. Build an ordinary, retired week. Wake up at the time you expect to wake up. Exercise, cook, handle errands, and spend a quiet afternoon without filling every hour with entertainment. Schedule one activity that creates purpose, one that creates social contact, and one that keeps you learning. Then notice which parts feel natural and which feel forced. Do not rush to fill the gap with expensive travel or a new collection. Those can be wonderful, but they may also hide the absence of a satisfying weekly rhythm. Try lower-cost versions first. Rent the recreational vehicle before buying one. Join the workshop before building one. Borrow the equipment before turning a new interest into a garage full of maintenance. Joy belongs in retirement. Permanent overhead does not have to arrive with it. At the end of 90 days, give every major expense and commitment one of 3 labels: keep, change, or release. Keep means it earns its place in your new life. Change means the value is real, but the cost, frequency, or scale needs adjustment. Release means it mainly serves an identity or routine you are leaving behind. Do not judge the labels by how much money they save. A paid-off car that keeps a spouse independent may deserve to stay. A large home that regularly brings children and grandchildren together may be worth maintaining. A hobby that looks inefficient on paper may protect your health, friendships, and sense of purpose. Smart retirement planning is not about stripping life down to the cheapest version. It is about spending deliberately on the version you actually want. Before making any irreversible move, add one final gate. Ask what becomes possible, what could be lost, and what professional review is needed. A financial planner can help test cash flow. A tax professional can examine a home sale or large distribution. An insurance or Medicare specialist can review coverage timing. This exercise is educational, not individualized financial or tax advice, and a 90-day rehearsal cannot see every consequence. What it can do is replace vague confidence with lived evidence. You will know whether the proposed income feels realistic, whether one car works, whether the house fits your future, whether family support has a boundary, and whether your calendar contains more than blank space. Retirement should not begin with a frantic sale of everything connected to your working life. It should begin with choices you have already tested. For 90 days, live close enough to the future to notice what fits. Then keep what supports that future, change what can work better, and release only what you are truly ready to leave behind.